Hey, I'm John Fitzgerald with the Irish American Baseball Society, and today we're doing a quick preview of a presentation that Coach Chris McKnight will be giving on Monday, October 7th to our Irish Green Sox program. And Coach McKnight runs the Green Sox program out of our Mid-Atlantic region, and he's a former college coach and he's an expert on college recruiting. So uh, Coach, I'll just let you do a quick intro. Anything I missed? You want to talk about your work with college recruiting?
Sure, sure. I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to it. This time of year, recruiting gets heated up, and the last 2.5, 3 years have been crazy. So, our group advocacy baseball, we try to help parents and players navigate the recruiting process. Myself, I coached in college for 20 years. My partners, Jeff Schaefer was a former MLB player, had run an academy now for 18 years, and also Todd Friedman, who also runs an academy, and he works with Schaefer down in North Carolina.
Cool. And so tell us a little bit about what you're going to be covering. What are some of the common questions that you get and the common I guess issues in navigating that landscape that you see from a lot of players?
Sure. I think the biggest question is, players and parents want to know where they fit in. Unfortunately, a lot of players and parents don't really have a good grasp whether their son is a Division I, Division II, three, junior college player, and what's the best route for them. So we get a lot of questions about where should they start, and as you know, John, the college landscape has changed dramatically the last, 2 or 3 years. So it's impacted a lot of players, and it's going to impact a lot of players in the next 2 or 3 years as well. So that's one big one. And another one is just, finding the right fit. Once they decide, okay, well, maybe I'm a D3 player, what school should I look at? There's so many camps out nowadays. Almost every college is running a prospect camp, and you have to do your homework before you actually attend that. Because you don't want to be one of 100 at a prospect camp, and the coach doesn't have a clue who you are before going in there. So that's important. And we try to educate players how to do that before they actually go to a camp, and make sure that when they go to a camp, they're going to be seen, and not just filling the assistants pockets, because sometimes and again, everybody gets these emails, and I get it. I used to do it too as a college coach, prospect camps. But you want to make sure it's a true you're one of the true prospects.
Hmm. Yeah, that's great advice. What would you say, if there's what are the takeaways that you would expect most players and their parents that attend the presentation, what would you expect them to come away with at the end of it?
I think we're going to just try to give a really good overview of the college baseball landscape. Number one, what's going on with the roster sizes, Division I, Division II, and Division III, plus NAIA and junior college. Kind of give them a breakdown of where they're at. Talk about next year's roster changes and what's going to happen to about 1,800 players, where they're going to go. And then really talk just basic some basic rules. So, you're not playing a showcase November 2nd when it's a dead period, and you have a bunch of D1 schools on your list and nobody can be there. It's basically just a money grab for, a lot of those organizations. And I'm not saying, it's if the guys want to play, but they have to be aware that, Division I, there's no coaches are going to be there. So is it worth to spend that money if you think you're a Division I prospect? No, it's not. And thinking about camps, college camps, you can't go to every single college camp in the country. So you really have to narrow down what you're looking for, out of the school academically, socially, and athletically. So we're going to talk about those things as well, and how to make a list, a pros and cons list. So when you do start looking at 3 or 4 schools, you can make an informed decision.
Great. All right. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and I know we've got a bunch of players and parents that are as well. If you're a parent or a player and you're interested in checking it out, it's open to everybody. You can join if you're a high school player and you want to check this out. We encourage you to join. You don't have to be Irish to be involved in the program. And if you can't make it, you can also post your question beforehand, and Coach and I will take a look and try to answer as many questions as possible. And then the presentation will be available to players that have signed up after the fact, so you can refer back to it as you kind of navigate through the off season and your communication with coaches and programs. So, Coach McKnight, thanks again, and we'll see you on Monday.